girl Shalae, and I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss the debt ceiling plan and what this actually means for Social Security. We have new legislation to provide Social Security credits to caregivers. We have, of course, the cost of living adjustment for 2024, work requirements, and possibly no Social Security checks next month. So if you want to know what is going on in the world of Social Security, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below and you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content to you guys. I love talking about Social Security, and as of right now, there's so much in the news that's going on with Social Security. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go get them. So let's go ahead and kick things off right now with no Social Security checks possibly next month, job cuts, and how consumers could be hurt if the government defaults. So we know right now that millions of people in the United States rely on benefits that could go unpaid, or services could be disrupted or even halted altogether if the government cannot pay their bills for an extended period. So if the government's legal borrowing limit of $31.4 trillion is not raised or suspended by June 1st, then this can result in financial havoc, which is like the inability to borrow money or keep paying government obligations. Could mean like businesses could go into bankruptcy, crashes piling up on the financial markets, and of course we all know like the economic pain or a recession. So first, let's go ahead and explain some of the things. The budget is not the debt. The budget is the money the government takes in and spends each year. Of course, if it spends more than it brings in, then that is a budget deficit, which adds to the debt that has already been building up for basically forever, right? So we know that millions of Social Security beneficiaries, veterans like myself, as well as military families, we can see those monthly payments halted because they don't really have any money to pay us, right? It's not just us that will be affected as well. It could be other vital federal services, including like border control, air traffic controllers. These workers can be disrupted as well if they can't get their government paychecks. So a lot of Social Security advocates, they are warning beneficiaries that they should prepare in case the payments are interrupted. Seniors should be financially prepared if they are able to do so, according to ADCOP. He stated that they should consider putting off any discretionary purchases so they will have enough to tide them over. Now, I think this is just ludicrous, honestly, because what do you mean? Like, there are millions of beneficiaries right now who don't even have the financial room to maneuver. So to ask people to brace, right, to brace for what may be coming, that is just ludicrous to me, because right now it's noted that about 40% of Social Security recipients, which include Americans that are disabled and those who are widowed, receive 90% of their income as a safety net from this program. This equates to about 27 million people. So how are you going to tell people to brace? Let me know down in the comments, guys. Like, are you able to brace or prepare for these upcoming weeks in the event that there is a default by June 1st? Because there's a lot of people who just don't have a cushion right now. And I know that that's the case because there's so many articles being written about it. One was on CNBC today. They have a chart that is showing the fastest rising cost for Social Security beneficiaries. So CNBC, they released a chart today showing how rising inflation has been difficult for Social Security beneficiaries the most. Despite this 8.7 annual cost of living adjustment, the goods and services right now has climbed even more. So to be able to live well on Social Security benefits in 2000, today's retirees would need an extra $517 per month, according to the nonpartisan senior group found. Social Security cost of living adjustment has increased, don't get me wrong, by 78% since 2000, according to the Senior Citizens League. But at the same time, the cost of goods and services for retirees typically has gone up by over 141%. So yeah, it doesn't matter that 78% has increased. The goods and services have went up over 141%. We all know that eggs are topping this list, and that's like the fastest growing cost for seniors since 2000. There's other categories that were included as well, such as prescription drugs, heating, oil, dental services, and Medicare Part B premiums. So there are more categories that are included this year, including apples and bread and coffee and dental visits. And I mean, guys, we're not talking about any room for extra or people going out and spending entertainment costs. This is just your basic needs of living have just went up. Let me know down in the comments below, are you able to make it just on your Social Security check? Would you be able to brace before June 1st as well? Or how do you feel in the comments? Like, let me know all the things down below. Now, according to the Senior Citizens League as well, they're saying that this year's Social Security cost of living adjustment is probably going to be around 3.1%. So this is well below that 8.7% increase that we seen last year. And even though the increase came last year, a lot of other things increased as well. So I'm interested to see how is this 3.1% going to fare if the cost of goods and services keep going up as well. I don't know. This is a lot that's going on with this debt ceiling. But next we're going to move on to Gillibrand, where she is introducing legislation to provide Social Security credits to caregivers. So an average of more than $300,000 in wages, as well as private pensions and Social Security, is lost for caregivers age 50 and older when they leave the workforce. So U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, she is trying to help those leave the workforce by making sure they have enough funds. Now, she announced new legislation on Tuesday that would provide Social Security credits to caregivers. The Social Security Caregiver Act would provide retirement credits to unpaid caregivers who spend at least 80 hours a month providing care to dependent relatives under the age of 12 or to a chronically dependent individual as well. Now, a lot of states are getting aboard with the Caregiver Act as well. This is something new that she's implementing, but I have a video where I discuss grants for caregivers. So some states are providing $1,000, $3,000, and $5,000 for caregivers as well. So I'm interested to see how this act will pass. Do you guys like this, where caregivers can now get credits as well for retirement? I think it's a good move. Let me know down below, but also check out that video as well if you have a child, a daughter, a relative that is a caregiver, because some states are paying out additional funds for that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to a little bit of good news, where President Joe Biden is pushing back tougher work requirements for welfare sought by Republicans in the debt ceiling plan. So if you watched some of my videos earlier this week, I was talking about SNAP and how a lot of legislators are pushing for work requirements to be tied to Medicaid, TANF, or SNAP benefits. Expanded work requirements for recipients that receive these programs. This emerged as a key sticking point in the debt ceiling talks between the White House and the House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. I'm not going to accept any work requirements that's going to impact the medical health needs of the people. This is what President Joe Biden said in remarks from the White House before he departed for Japan on a Group 7 summit. He added that he would not accept any work requirements that's much beyond the rules that he supported as a U.S. Senator in the 1990s. He said, hey, look, it's possible that there could be a few others, but not anything of consequence. So in his remarks to reporters on Sunday, he stated that he would not entertain any new requirements for recipients of Medicaid as well. The White House made it clear today that President Joe Biden will also work to prevent eligibility changes to any other federal aid programs. I think this is a smart move. I think that a lot of people that are on these programs to implement some type of work requirement, I don't think it's a great idea. I know Texas is doing some other things. I'll have another SNAP video that comes out tomorrow and we'll discuss that a little bit further. But I think it's smart for him to be open to ideas or different reform changes, because these things need to be done to these programs. Absolutely, whether that is more assistance or less assistance, does it need some type of reform? Absolutely. Is work requirements probably the smartest move to do? I don't think so, but you know, What do you think about the work requirements for federal assistance? Next, we're going to go ahead and discuss the scam message claims where Social Security numbers will be deactivated after being linked to criminal activity. So there is a growing number of people who are being targeted by threats again. There are several recipients that claim they are receiving emails from the Social Security Administration about suspicious activity alert. The messages are stating that their Social Security numbers will be deactivated in the next 24 hours, or even like their Social Security number has been used or abused, or even there's an open case against these individuals in their state, or even any illegal things as well that involve their Social Security number. One of the initial warnings that the Social Security Administration is stating that the scam and the misspelling of the word suspicious is at the heading of the message. So definitely don't take the bait. Also, your Social Security number cannot be deactivated. Of course, it cannot be suspended. But if there is really a problem related to like your Social Security number, then you'll receive some type of correspondence in the mail. It will not come by email. The Social Security Administration will know like your full name, your address as well. So you don't really have to do anything. There's so many just scams that are going on right now. So please do not fall victim to it. But this is what we have going on in the world of Social Security. Let me know what you think about the work requirements being tied to federal assistance, as well as do you have enough money to weather the storm in the event that there is no payout for Social Security next month? What do you think about the debt ceiling talks? Should more be happening? What would you guys like to see? Let me know all the things down in the comments below. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.